But what happened is you will form health issues that you won't know will be forming over the years. You know, you will have things that you don't understand, like mucus. Your skin you might have skin issues. All of this could be all stemming just from the food that you digest and how it breaks down in your body. And that's why you have to understand your body, because you may have somebody who can handle that. But one thing we know for sure in the world is that everybody is different. Everybody's body is different. Everybody's body process, or everything functions completely different. Anyone who doesn't understand at least some sort of information to advance their health or keep their body in a better direction,
well-being in general,
you behind, because you use that same energy to be involved in somebody's life on the internet. Put it that way. That's not advocating your health. Looking at this video is not gonna help you live longer.
Nah, think about it. Like, imagine you don't really got no money right now, and you like, man, this is so far-fetched.
Right,
that should motivate you to get it together and get some money. You feel me? Your health on the line. Is it worth it for the quality of your life? Not only do we want to live long, we don't want to live long and have sickness for 40 years of our life, 30 years of our life. They say when you angry, when you anxious, when you got depression, things of that nature, which is natural nowadays, you double the risk of heart disease, stroke.
You don't want to do cardio and then be doing it for no reason too. You're doing it to build. So if you're doing cardio and you're not limiting your bad habits, but you're just keeping them the same, then you gotta expect the same results. You're not gonna go anywhere.
Cooking make me look at it all. Ain't no A's or assistance, just days of persistence. Snow White nights turn to days in the kitchen. Battle tested, get paid is the mission.
YouTube, we back with another mastermind. I got my boy with me. You know what I'm saying? Today's mastermind is going to be about health and fitness. I brought him on the show with me again because, he has a lot of information and knowledge in that sector. So, you feel me? We're going to have a good conversation. We're going to build. I'm going to learn something from him. He may learn something from me. And hopefully y'all learn something from this conversation. When people go grocery shopping, right? What do they need to look for when it comes to the ingredients? Like, what things should they look out for?
Let's start by starting by looking at the ingredients. Let's start there. We can't even get to that part because people don't look at the ingredients. I'd say every person has grown up with the taste.
Yeah.
And your taste is inherited by your environment. You grew up, eating the things that people in your environment brought around. May that, be whoever your guardian is, your uncle, your mom, your dad, your grandpa. You eat like them, because who else you gonna eat like? Who you gonna eat like the people you grow up with, especially, being a kid. So your eating is somebody else's judgment at the end of the day growing up. And there will be a time where eating will be your judgment. When eating becomes your judgment, it could be dangerous, because now you have an inherited taste already, and then you include the fact that you might want to go try this and this that you haven't tasted yet. So now you're adding more to that taste. And living in America, unfortunately, the food that we eat is not meant for our bodies. If we put it in terms of a vehicle, your car needs a certain gas for it to run. May that be unleaded plus premium. Yeah, you can throw premium gas in an unleaded car and it's gonna work completely fine. But if you throw regular gas in a premium car, 9 times out of 10, it's not gonna be that efficient for that type of vehicle. It doesn't take that type of gas. So understanding your blood type, your body, and how it reacts to certain food, and the ingredients that's in your food will put you in the know of, okay, I'm the type of person who can eat meat and digest it and be okay, or I'm the type of person that can't eat meat or whatever it is and be okay. You have to understand that, because if you continue to try to eat or proceed with your inherited taste, it's not gonna pan out. It's not gonna. What happened is you will form health issues that you won't know will be forming over the years. You will have things that you don't understand, like mucus. Your skin you might have skin issues. All of this could be all stemming just from the food that you digest and how it breaks down in your body. All of that food might sit on your stomach. It might not come out. Your digestive system might be weak. It might not be able to. If you don't know all of these things and you just compiling high fructose corn syrup, all this citric acid, natural flavoring, if you putting all of this on your body, which is not meant for your body to handle, eating some fruits and vegetables every 10, 15 days in your one meal, it's not gonna work. Going to the convenience store, buying you Calypsos and Snapples, it's not gonna help you. They have twice the amount of sugar that a person is supposed to intake in one day. On the average person is not supposed to take 72 grams of sugar in a day. Realistically, yes, a lot of people do, but realistically, it's not good for your body in the long term. But that will explain other things like life expectancy, where we live. So start with actually understanding what's in the ingredients when you shop, but just actually look at them. When you look at them, you can understand, okay, I can search this up and see what this is. Some of the stuff that we digest and put in our bodies have the same chemicals and ingredients that they use for cleaning products, or they might use it for cement. You never know, like, why is this, because that stuff is lab made, it's created in labs, it's not meant for our bodies. And you could just do research and compare it to just other countries as well, and the type of food and what they're allowed to eat. A lot of foods that we have in our country, at least, can't get that nowhere else. You eat that every day? You drink that every day? What?
Some of the stuff is banned in other places.
It's banned. You can't even get it out there. They gotta order it. Why is that? Because realistically, all of that, if you go on the CDC and actually pay attention to the stuff that they can make and what they make it with, you understand it's not meant for humans. So if you actually start by starting to look at their ingredients, there's apps that help you, break them down for you. They'll rate the food and what's in it from good to bad. It'll let you know the information on what's in it and what it could cost over time, everything. There's apps that help you with that. But if you don't look and you don't know,
yeah.
And
I ain't gonna lie, we might be coming out with an app like that.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Just to help y'all out.
Look forward to that.
For sure. Okay. I like what you said about that, because that's very true. We don't even look at the ingredients. It took me a while to start looking at the ingredients. You feel me? I'm just eating what my mama cooking, what my grandma cooking.
Because it's good.
It's
you
good.
Grew up eating it though. It's an inherited taste. So the fact that it's an inherited taste, the cornbread, mashed potatoes, all that, everything is gonna taste beautiful, but your digestive system ain't gonna feel beautiful if it can't handle that much. And that's why you have to understand your body, because you may have somebody who can handle that. But one thing we know for sure in the world is that everybody is different. Everybody's body is different. Everybody's body process, or everything functions completely different. You have a person that can form cancer from smoking cigarettes in 5 years, But you could have a cigarette smoker that probably been smoking for 60 years and they never had an issue with their lungs or anything.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So, yeah, you might see somebody who's lived off of meat and eating a whole bunch of, or intaking a bunch of sodium and, you know, but is your body gonna process that the same way theirs does, or break it down or digest it? No. You don't know. You don't even know what your blood type is and how to eat for your blood type. You know, and that's still something that I'm doing research on because that matters. If you understand your blood type, then you understand the basis of where to start with your diet, because it's certain things that certain blood types you can't overdo, or you will be on the verge of diabetes, high blood pressure, you know, high cholesterol. All stuff you don't want involved in your health. So, yeah.
That's a great tip. I'm not gonna lie, because I'm gonna take that into consideration, because I never took the chance to look at my blood type.
Yeah.
And that makes sense.
And that's why, I mean, if you do have the privilege to have a primary healthcare provider, going to the doctor and getting tested and getting blood tests is very important, because you can see what you're low on and why you're deficient in areas, because all of that stuff could be problems stemming up to bigger problems. You low on white blood cells and low on, let's say you got high neutrophil or something. You don't know what's going on. That could be the cause of something deeper, or something stemming up to, like, your body might be fighting certain infections and you have a deficiency somewhere because of that. A viral infection, you got lymph nodes somewhere. That's all of this stuff. It might just go over your head. Oh, this just a lump on my neck. It's whatever. Oh, I just got a lump on the side of my groin. It's whatever. And then you find out 5 years from that point, oh, I got this, I got that. But you probably could have, you could have rooted that out, because
could have prevented it.
There's a lot of research and a lot of development behind how eating the right way and eating correctly for your body type can heal you from whatever diseases and viral infections. There's a lot of research behind how to reverse the effects of bad habits that stem to bad health. But a lot of people, their habits will overpower the desire to be, better on that end.
Yeah,
they don't want to give up the high fructose corn syrup.
Yeah.
There's an app that's called Yuka app, and you can actually scan the barcodes on your products, from like grocery products to like body products.
How you spell it? Yuka?
Yuka, Yuka.
Okay.
And it'll give you a whole list of, what's in there, with each ingredient, what the definition, or, basically just understanding how it affects you. And it could be good or bad.
Yeah.
You scan the soda, they all rate 0. And it goes up to 100. So on the app, it's a 0 to 100 rating. So you can have a drink and you scan it, and you score 75. But if I'm scanning a drink that's scoring at 0, and this is a drink that I drink every day, you think I want to keep drinking that if I'm understanding the information behind it? It's all in front of you. When you get in that app, it shows you all additives, everything. So if you scanning your products in your house and you understanding, why am I scanning my wheat bread and it's scoring a 35 out of 100? Well, then you turn the ingredients around and you look and you see enriched bleached flour, natural flavoring, this and that. Oh wow! So this wheat bread that I've been thinking is healthy my whole life isn't that healthy. It's just another version of what I could have been eating, white bread.
The whole time.
So
yeah.
Switching over to better options like sourdough. That got some weight to it. Real wheat, California sourdough, California wheat. You can actually feel the weight of it when you pick it up. You can scan it and it'll say, oh, this bread rates an 89 or 75 out of 100. Okay, well, even though that might not be 100 out of 100, it's still a better step. It's a better step, you know. And yeah, improving your health is expensive, but that's why you have to understand in areas where you see a lot of unhealthy people, and which usually are areas where poverty is, there's no stores that advocate health. You could go downtown, be at a gas station, see salads, you know.
Salads at the gas station.
Right. Health, you feel me? Healthy drinks, water. But if you in the wrong hood or, you know, suburb, tobacco, you know,
liquor,
soda, you feel me?
Ice cream,
nachos, calypsos, you know, they not advocating health. It's something you gotta want for yourself, and nobody knows to really step in that direction unless they're exposed to it in some sort of way, which is unfortunate because there's a lot of people who can't be exposed to a better, you know, but there'll always be signs and you can't ignore them. I'll put it that way. And that's down from why you feel lightheaded when you get up and stretch. Should you be feeling like that? I don't know. Have you done the research to know that? You know?
I mean, you got your phone right next to you. You might as well look it up. That's quick. We got Chat GPT now. You can look that up. 5 seconds.
Anyone who doesn't understand at least some sort of information to advance their health or keep their body in a better direction.
Yeah, well-being in general.
You behind because you use that same energy to be involved in somebody's life on the internet. Put it that way. That's not advocating your health. Looking at this video is not gonna help you live longer. You know, and that's the thing. You have to really use your resources to, you know, advance yourself in that area. So health obviously would be the first step, but you have to want that. You have to want health for yourself. If you're feeling this sort of way, you can't ignore those signs at all. You can't ignore it. You can't ignore it from down to even the water you drink. If the water that you have has any type of alkaline or something in it that's actually helping you. The Dasani water, for instance, water should always score 100 on any app when it comes down to the ratings, at least. It's water.
Yeah.
Especially if you're buying purified water.
Supposed to be.
Baskin and Dasani water, it's a 72. Why is that? That water doesn't hydrate you, actually. You know, stuff like that. You gotta know stuff like that. You think you're drinking water. I'm just drinking the river down the block. The little pond around the corner. That's what I'm drinking. But yeah.
Well water.
Yeah.
And yeah, like, this is a resource. Y'all that's watching this is a resource. I bet a lot of y'all got a lot of information out of him just explaining all that because you never heard it before. You feel me? And of course, in the times we in today, most of the stuff on social media is counterproductive to your life. And if it's not counterproductive, it don't benefit you in any type of way. And that's what's shown all day in your feed. You feel me? And one thing I just found out recently, they said black people is got the 13th largest buying power. It's like 1.6 trillion or something like that. But we don't got nothing for ourselves.
Well, obviously, if we touch on that, that's a bigger topic. But as far as consuming these bad, you know what I'm saying, bad products. And you got to think, a big part of it has to do with the environments that we're normally exposed to, you know, the environments that we're normally exposed to on average for, you feel me, African American per se, is on the poverty side. So like I was saying, on the poverty side, there's not gonna be many health options.
It's not gonna be a lot of information.
Not gonna be a lot of health options, not a lot of information, not a lot of really cared for help. Because you got to think, anywhere where you're not benefiting, somebody else is. You feel me?
Yeah.
So somebody's benefiting from you being unhealthy. And would you rather it be you benefiting from not being unhealthy, but at least trying to discover, hey, maybe it's a different option for me, a different look. Maybe I could proceed, you know? And like I said, not everybody has that advantage to be in a type of area or have a person that could change that outlook. But there will be signs, like starting from just with your own health, how you feel every day when you wake up. You know, you have to really actually understand and do research on stuff like that, and don't let it go over your head. You know, waking up feeling sluggish, and it's not just because you might be depressed, or it's not just because of, like, those are parts and, you know, elements of that. But depression could start from your health.
Deficiency.
You could be, you know, you could be eating this type of way and it's affecting your body. So now you lazy, your movements are limited. You don't go outside as much, so now you're not getting as much sun. Your vitamin D is low. You know, you feeling unenthusiastic. You depressed.
Like a mousetrap.
You feel me? Or the depression can drive it. You get depressed and then you start eating bad. Now this is driving your depression down with your body at the same time. Like, you can drive yourself further into it if you're unaware. So don't ignore the signs and stuff. I would say, I mean, no one's gonna be perfect. You're gonna have that person that's sleeping heavy. You're gonna have that person that can't sleep at this time and this time. But you have to understand your body so you can know if that's just your body or no, that's an underlying issue.
Right.
I could form this in a couple of years. I could form this. You know, you start forgetting stuff fast at a young age. Go get that checked out. You know, nobody wants to have a situation like dementia or something like that at a young age. That's very unfortunate for a person. Like, if you really think about it.
Yeah.
Proceeding every day and then you forget. You know, so now the next interaction you have with a person is just repeated. Oh, he has dementia. He can't, you know, he doesn't remember you. You know, and it's sad because you're not going to have a person. It might be a situation where a person doesn't have somebody to look out for them, you know, when they're in an unhealthy state. And at that point, your fate is, like I said, it's up to somebody else. You know, somebody is going to benefit from what you're not benefiting from.
Yeah, so, from your demise, to be honest.
That's how that's the best way I could put that in aspects of, you feel me? Just like you were saying, like African American. The media plays a big part because it kind of try to categorize people, obviously. So being unhealthy could be a trend too. You know, oh, those people are the type of people that eat healthy and eat like this and eat like that.
Yeah.
It ain't no type. We all know that fruits, vegetables, natural products is the best option for your body. It's in your best interest. Rather than eating a bunch of empty carbs or going to McDonald's. Yeah, it's cheap. Not everybody can afford to be healthy, which is, like I said, unfortunate. But knowing could be the one thing that puts you in a step to the right direction. So
yeah,
I can't give advice on how to know other than don't ignore the signs. Don't ignore your body. Listen to your body. Understand your body the best you can, you know. But you have to have some type of care for yourself to even step in that direction. So us as a people, yeah, I would say it shows because on one side, health could be a trend, or being unhealthy could be a trend, or on one side, being unhealthy could be an environmental element. Being unhealthy could also be an inheritance.
Yeah.
You know? And it's crazy because I don't like to play the whole race thing. Only race I know how to do is on the bike or if we running.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Stuff like that. So but I hear the whole, oh, we used to get thrown the scraps by the white people and this and that. Okay, well, now that we know we got thrown the scraps, what now?
Yeah, what we gonna do now?
We'll keep eating the scraps now that you know? Or, you know, and then, and like I said, not everybody is in a situation where they can be healthy. But, I mean, personally, EBT can buy some greens and fruit too.
Yeah.
If you know, if that's what the situation presents itself, it can buy, you know, a healthier type of bread than an unhealthier type of bread. I'm not gonna speak on situation. Every situation different. That's why I said just knowing could be the step in the right direction, because obviously if you don't have the means, now you have to proceed to make the means to be healthy, because it costs to be healthy, but everything costs. So you do with that information what you will.
Nah, think about it. Like, imagine you don't really got no money right now, and you like, man, this is so far-fetched.
Right,
that should motivate you to get it together and get some money. You feel me? Your health on the line.
And that's what I'm saying. And you can know that $1 McDonald's burger is an option, but it's gonna last. That burger is 2-3 bites, and the effects of that might last years. Compiling it.
Yeah.
So what would you choose? You know, I'll take that $1. Man, try to flip it to make at least 5 so I can go get me some fruit.
No, bro, a bag of apples or something.
Because it's just facts now. We know that eating this way it's gonna drive us that direction.
Yeah.
And eating this way is gonna drive us this direction. At this point, I feel like with all the media that we do have and all the resources we do have, we have a lot more. We have a way increased advantage over, I would say, our elders, like our grandfathers.
Yeah,
our
absolutely.
Mothers. You got to think, they didn't have just the nets. They didn't have TikTok where you have people that educate you on how to do this or where to get this or how to do this in certain different manners. They had to go to libraries and stuff to get that information. Send letters in the mail to their peoples to understand, you know?
Yeah.
So
a lot of that information was hidden.
Right. So people would have their own exclusive. You can't even get that if that's not in your family inheritance. You know? So if we're able to get that information so much easier, and especially now when you have apps that track basically, you know, how you search and things like that. So once you start getting yourself interested, your algorithm of how your phone take you is going, you know, open the door up to it. And then at that point, it's just continuing to build your knowledge and understand, like I said, your body, how it functions, and how to, you feel me, take yourself down that road.
And I want to tie it back into, you feel me, grandma and them, man. Shout out to my grandma. I love my grandma, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
Granny.
That's you feel me? That's proof enough. Like, most grandmas in a black family, most granddads, they got all these heart disease, had strokes, heart attacks, they legs swelling up, congestion. You feel me? That's proof enough that we gotta make a change. Yeah, grandma food tastes amazing. You feel me? But is it worth it for your health? Is it worth it for the quality of your life? Not only do we want to live long, we don't want to live long and have sickness for 40 years of our life, 30 years of our life. We want to live all 70, cool, still running, moving, you know what I'm saying? Don't got no serious health issues. So I want to tie that back into your mental also, because with the food can definitely backtrack your health a tremendous amount throughout your life. But not only can that cause disease, They say when you angry, when you anxious, when you got depression, things of that nature, which is natural nowadays, you double the risk of heart disease, stroke, lung cancer, like all that stuff.
It's called worry.
You know what I'm saying?
That affects, because put it this way, there's multiple science experiments that you could do yourself that shows you that negative energy deters whatever, may object or whatever it is, deters it way faster when that negative energy is projected on it.
Mm-hmm.
If I have a cup of rice, some cooked rice, and I leave it out. My pops is a science teacher. He did this experiment in the house. You speak negative to one cup of rice, you leave one cup of rice alone, don't talk to it, and then the other one you speak highly of it. And those 3 cups look completely different. And it doesn't matter how many times you do that experiment, it looks different. And you could do it in different ways. You could leave all cups alone and see that they all may look the same. You can speak bad to all of the cups with the rice in it. They all may look the same. And so that does happen with humans. If you're in an environment where negativity is projected on you continuously, you don't know how to thrive in an environment where there's not enough negative energy. You will proceed in that environment the way that you know how to proceed.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, when you're in an environment where there's good vibes, and somebody that comes from a disturbed environment they have to mess up that vibe in their environment. That's not normal to them. They got to make it comfortable. Wherever you go, you want to make it comfortable for yourself, because that's what you do. That's human nature. Nobody likes to look over their shoulder or want to naturally. I feel like if you do that, if you proceed in environments the way that you learned, that's human nature. Because I've never heard of anybody who was able to proceed in an environment the way that environment is established when they've learned in a different way. How do you know what that's like? It's new territory, it's new grounds.
Mm-hmm.
I would say if I was in a business situation, truthfully, in a business situation, my vocabulary is not proficient enough to
articulate business.
Right.
Yeah.
I would have to actually be in more. It would be levels of business situations that I would have to stack up to be at that level where I feel like, okay, I'm proficient in the level of communicating in business terms. But if I'm from the suburbs, and my community and environment is just ebonics and lingo and slang, I get in a business situation, hey, what go down, bro? What's up, Flo?
Mm-hmm.
What you on?
Yeah, that should be slipping out sometimes, though, bro.
You let one of those words slip out,
Mm-hmm.
they gon' have a nice day.
That's
so
crazy.
With that being said, back to how your environment, it affects you, knowing that, you have to always try to push yourself to be in better environments, better elements, if you expect things like peace, good vibes, and if you want to turn that around, like I said, you have to actually have the knowledge and be presented with some sort of spark that will interest you to go that direction, because some people are comfortable in the position of being negative.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because that's all they're used to.
Right. So you have to also accept that everybody's not gonna want to be healthy. Everybody's not gonna choose that, and unfortunately, our people just normally decides to be on the other side of that. And I won't necessarily say choose, but You have to factor in history, you know.
Yeah.
You have to factor in a lot to understand that truthfully, some people are and that's speaking for any race or any, you know, any people. But like I said, I don't like doing the race thing. So any people, that's how they operate. They operate in the bounds of what they know. So
yeah, I get why you say it's not a choice. You don't want to necessarily say it's a choice, but I feel like it is, because nowadays I feel like it's a real choice. It's a choice to be poor now. It's a choice to be unhealthy. It's a choice to be depressed at the crib. You know what I'm saying?
Because I would say instant gratification now, since it's so, like I said, instant gratification is so easily obtainable.
Yeah.
There's no
want to grind.
It's no desire for consistency, discipline. You feel me? Those things are not really taught on the strong end anymore, like before. Because being honest, bro, everybody's soft now, bro. I'm gonna just be real. Everybody
I've heard that a lot. I've heard that a lot.
Because you can't. It's just too many opinions are being accounted for now. People are trying to fit in categories of opinions.
Yeah.
Instead of understanding that everybody has to handle actions when it comes to how they carry themselves and how they carry themselves when it comes to interaction with family, and how you teach your family, how discipline is constructed in your family. All of that matters, because that's gonna be the basis of what they know.
Yeah,
you know. So, and everybody has to accept that that's gonna be different in different spectrum. You really think that everybody's everybody's kids and just like in family aspects, you think everybody's kids are gonna be disciplined the same way?
No.
Do you think disciplining everybody's kids the same way will work?
No.
Y'all environments are completely different. So when you hop on the internet and you see a whole bunch of people in the comments, oh, you shouldn't have did that.
Yeah.
Oh, you was right for doing this. Oh, I don't know how I feel about that.
Why do it matter?
It doesn't matter, because you don't understand what goes on in their family and their aspect, that maybe their kids may need a little bit more harder loving. You understand? Soft parenting may not work for that child. You never know what the situation may be, and I can't speak in terms of actually being in that situation. I don't have children, but what I will say is what I've seen work from understanding the environments I've been in and my own family aspect and the people I've been with.
Yeah,
I see how soft parenting works on a person that can't be soft parented. They wild and crazy, and they can't get a hold of their child. So then that'll be the same person that you looking at on the internet doing something crazy, and you like, oh, they should have been raised better. But then on another post, you were just saying how, oh, you shouldn't hit him like that.
Yeah.
Because
making you feel guilty.
But if he didn't get hit like that, that sparked him to know, oh, maybe he needed that whooping to understand, like, oh no, I can't do that. Because a little smack on the wrist ain't gonna help him. Yeah. You know? Just like criminals, like a person will feel like a criminal needs to be put in jail for a certain thing. Some kids may have to be, you know, punished or disciplined on a certain level. Now, we understand this, the difference between brutally beating your kids and taking out emotion on your kids from discipline. There should be a fine line between understanding that. That's the only thing.
For sure.
But outside of that, it's just a whole bunch of soft people and a whole bunch of opinions being accounted for, when you have to accept that everybody is different. Nothing is going to be processed the same way. So the fact that the media has become so big in that sense, yeah, everybody becomes soft because now you have people changing the way they discipline people or their people, and that might affect something in a good way or in a bad way. You never know.
Yeah.
So it's a whole bunch of just confusion around.
Yeah.
The unknown can't lead or the unaware can't lead the unaware. It's not gonna work. So you have a lot of people that's just unaware leading a whole bunch of other unaware people. And it's so easy to be deceiving and influential on the internet. It's super easy.
Yeah.
You can see a blog about something and believe it like that. And that might not even be true about that person. Because how would you feel if you were in a place of a position high up and you probably ain't heard a fly, but one blog post, somebody saying that you did something out of line that's completely not true, and it's a picture of you completely unrelated to whatever the caption that says it is, and you like, and it's trending, it's diminishing you, it's putting a cap to everything you got flowing, your whole rhythm thrown off now. You will be so blue. But at the same time, these would be the same people that'll hop on Facebook and be like, dang, who wop wop did that? Who wop wop did that?
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, y'all ain't look at none of the ingredients on y'all bread or none of them ingredients in that pop y'all just drink.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. It's crazy. We so quick to do something knowing what we got going on, all discombobulated, all messed up.
You in the comments somewhere, but your kids is tweaking.
Mm-hmm.
Right, you in the comments somewhere, but your kids at school being acting crazy.
Man, you don't got a good relationship with your kids, and you think you do.
What you got going on?
That's what I'm saying. Like, bro,
I feel like you should mind your business.
You should mind your business, but if you wanna actually give game and knowledge, you have to. If it's gonna be criticism, it has to be constructive criticism. You have to tell them what you don't like, what you agree with, why you don't like it, not just, oh, I don't like that. That's wrong.
That's wrong.
You feel me? Like, come on, man. That right and wrong shit.
It's leave that out
the window. Bro.
It's a lot of things that's right and wrong, and yet we can't control it. It's wrong to be treated unequally for anybody. That goes for any race, any even, or like I said, any nationality, I don't care if you gay, trans, any of that. Because I heard somebody say that's all of that is far before your time. Why are you worried about it?
Mm-hmm.
It is. Truthfully.
Yeah.
So why isn't everything you have going on not based around taking care of your people and who took care of you and figuring out what you doing to make you happy at the end of the day? Sitting there judging and exploring other people and taking all of these opinions into account is only hindering you, because it's all information based off of what facts and evidence behind all of this information. What is it going to do for you, or what is it going to get you? Besides some wasted time in that area, in that specific time frame. You got people that's working and getting to something in that time frame that you criticizing or intaking some knowledge that you don't have no control or basis around. You know? Mm-hmm. So, I would say, like, if people actually, or I would say, if most actually worried about the keys to what drives them to be a better person in whatever position they in, you wouldn't care to, be in a state of unhappiness, unhealthy. Like heaven and hell, I was taught that that's a mind state. You can already be there.
Yeah.
In whatever position you in.
Mm-hmm.
You could wake up every day and not want to be here. That's hell to me.
Yeah.
Or
Because
could
you gotta
wake
be
up-
here.
right?
Ain't no choice.
Or you could wake up feeling like you floating. You know, you at peace.
Yeah.
That's heaven to me. So with that being said, the direction that you aim and shoot yourself towards, yeah, it all starts with your environment, what you came up from, but it also starts with your own judgment towards things. You have to look in places where the right judgment will come from things based around facts and evidence. So if it's a fact and evident that if you pick up a book and read something read something that gives you knowledge and proof and facts about something, that you can actually go do some digging on and research, versus going on Instagram scrolling through blogs and basically directed hate towards just individuals teaching you that that's okay to do. Like, you would scroll through that criticizing a whole bunch of people you don't know. No matter if it's in the comments or in your head, you still doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of the day, it still don't matter. That ain't do nothing for you in that moment but waste your time.
Yeah.
But yeah, it could be so much you could be taking in to better yourself. So you could be in a position to where you could be like some of those people that's not even thinking about y'all, that's worried about what they got going on, being happy.
That's why it's a choice.
And you got to think. I mean, some of them have money and they up there and got status and they clueless. But then you got the ones that's profiting off y'all doing that. And they not thinking twice about it. They throwing something on there and probably don't even got Instagram or Facebook downloaded on their phone. They uploading that on the computer and going back to a life of straight
riches.
Right. Y'all be seeing it firsthand. Because obviously everybody has indulged in the media and the social spectrum of things, because that's why everything is so misdirected. But you have to choose for yourself. I want my media to be directed towards something. My media is directed towards stuff that I want to learn or evolve around. So if you hop on my phone, you're not gonna see nothing but things that I'm actually interested in, that will push me towards being a better individual, or that can push me towards helping individuals around me that's going, that I would want to be better. So health, that's something anybody can benefit from, whether it's being in the gym, eating right, anybody can benefit from that. Because I like cars, I like to fix, I like to build engines, I like to, remodel cars on like 3D modeling software. And I've done that for years. It translated to me wanting to do it in person. Maybe not, a person doesn't like doing that, but that information might spark somebody to go do something with that information. Now you just help somebody instead of
tore them down.
I got this burner, you need to get you one, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, man, we finna go outside and be clueless with these. In translation, we finna go outside and be clueless with these and waste our lives, because this is gonna make us feel like Superman. Ain't nobody gonna want to mess with us because we got these.
Yeah, it's the thrill, the dopamine.
Not even that. Or I need this because I can't even go outside. I don't even want to go outside and learn and be curious about nothing, because I can't. If I go around the corner, somebody gonna think I'm somebody. I'm gonna just stay in the crib.
Yeah, fear.
It could go so many ways.
Yeah.
All environment based.
Yeah. And you gonna change your life when you realize you can control and change your environment. It don't gotta be like it is. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta just take it in. But with that being said, I do want to talk a little bit about fitness. Like, we ain't gonna make it too long, you feel me? But I did want to say that fitness is very important. And just moving in general is the basis of fitness. You got to get up, move your body around, walk around to have blood circulate through your body like it's supposed to. So even if you're not on the, I want to build muscle, I want to tone on my body type, man, go out there and walk around. You feel me? Do a walk for 2 miles.
Yeah,
go jog. You feel me? Go ahead.
I don't advocate smoking. I don't advocate, drug use. This was an established habit of my environment. So I'm adding that in there. Be an advocate of fitness and health, and be as natural as possible.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna leave that in there before he continues. Go ahead,
bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, with him just saying that, everybody got their vices. You feel me? We not perfect. So, but you can choose your vices. I heard Kevin Gates say he used to do all type of drugs, but his drug of choice is working out. Make him feel good. You feel me? And I believe we would find a lot of enjoyment and happiness in doing things like that. You feel me? Going out, looking at the sun, going out with friends. Get you a friend that want to walk in the park with you. You know what I'm saying? Jog in the park. You feel me? That's like bare minimum. You should be wanting to do that every day because it's just good for your body. When you sit still, you be stuck in that vibration of sitting still. And you be sat still so long, your mind starting to sit still. Now you're not coming up with ideas and thinking proactively. You feel me? So that's my take when it comes to fitness. If you don't want to build muscle and stuff like that, I want to ask you, what type of exercise do you feel like is most beneficial to a human being in general?
Cardio.
Cardio.
Simply because you don't have to be super, like, you can be any size and do cardio.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously you have to have a different regimen adjusted to your body weight, because if you're on a smaller end, you don't want to do too much cardio. You know, because obviously cardio does cardiovascular, you know, you burning a lot of calories, you sweating, you know, you circulating your blood, you know, you getting your heart pumping. So with that being said, if you on the skinnier side, yeah, you do it more. I would say you would do limited amounts of cardio, but it does help your blood flow, helps your breathing in your lungs. If you learn how to do it correctly, it does increase your endurance, and you know, and you actually be able to do things for a longer duration of time. You might not get fatigued doing this, or you know, doing this. And like I said, your blood, that's a big part. If your blood knows how to function and flow properly, it'll break up whatever type of, you know, you could potentially prevent clots and things like that from happening, you know. And you can do a lot of research, because I'm not super educated on, you know, all of the benefits of cardio, but it's beneficial, especially if you're the type of person that's unhealthy, or you are in an environment where you eat unhealthy.
You don't move as much.
You know, a step in the right direction is, if you can't just change the food that you eating right away, burn some of that off. Don't let that accumulate, you know, all of that sugar and all of that, all of the things that, you know, you can't just have that sitting in your body. You got to get that out. Whether you sweating it out or you doing things so you can use the bathroom, you can't just let that sit. You know, actually spacing out the type of the times you eat per day and what times you work out and exercise is very important too. And when you do cardio, because you don't want to do cardio and then be doing it for no reason too. You know, you're doing it to build. So if you're doing cardio and you're not limiting your bad habits, but you're just keeping them the same, then you gotta expect the same results. You're not gonna go anywhere.
Yeah.
If you're increasing your cardio, you have to be limited in the bad habits now. Because then once your cardio starts to increase and, you know, you starting to get in a rhythm where you could go run consistently, or you could go climb the treadmill consistently, then your desire for the unhealthy, you know, habits will start to die down, because it's just a normal brain function. Like, man, that's not making me feel good. When I eat like this, or when I eat like this, it's harder to go hop on that treadmill and run like this.
It's hindering me.
So you're not gonna want to do it.
Yeah.
So then in essence, then you start to see the weight loss, or, you know, possibly the benefits. If you don't have weight, if you could just see the benefits in your breathing, or how your blood flowing,
Yeah.
Once you see those benefits, then it's just gonna push you further towards, let me do more of this and less of this.
Mm-hmm.
If it doesn't, then you don't have a goal in that aspect per se, in my opinion, because if you're continuously keeping your bad habit at the same level and you're not increasing the fitness aspect at the same level, you're not gonna get anywhere. You're gonna stay there.
Mm-hmm.
So cardio, and then I would say a battle between cardio and just natural body workouts.
Yeah, body weight exercise.
Body weight exercises. I would say
Mm-hmm.
anything banded that creates any type of resistance. If you hook the band up to the pole and you pull the band,
Yeah.
you know, if you use the band under your feet and you know, anything banded that creates resistance on your body, I would say is beneficial, especially if you're actually using it with resistance, if you're actually controlling the tempo of the exercises, you know, time under tension. If you actually using the correct bands and increasing the challenge of what you're doing, you know, if you keep a consistency with that and actually have intervals of, you know, oh, I'm gonna take this amount of time to break before I get back into it. Like I said, your muscles, like it's time under tension, so your muscles are being trained to be broken down. So if you're not coming and slacking them again with that same resistance right away, then you're losing the progress. You have to actually challenge yourself. If you're not feeling any type of burn or resistance, then you're not necessarily building. I wouldn't say train to where it hurts, but you have to have intervals of where you're training and pushing yourself past the normal limit.
Yeah.
Your muscles won't push themselves past the normal limit.
Yeah.
That eating and sleeping is very important when it comes to building. And so if you're doing body weight workouts, you know, push-ups, burpees, pull-ups, you know, even using like dips, sit-ups, just explore using your body weight to train your body first before you start to look into, oh, I'm gonna go deadlift, squat, do this, because number one, you will be an advantage because you will have a lot more strength prepared for those movements. Like me, I started to do calisthenics before I started lifting. So I was doing pike push-ups, I was learning how to do L-sit, I'm doing wall push-ups, I eventually learned how to do a handstand. And this was all as I was just keeping a consistency with it. So yeah, I was in the gym, but I was working more on calisthenics than I was on the weights. So when it was time to weightlift, I was low in body weight, lifting a lot heavier. And I don't feel like I would have been able to lift as heavy if I wasn't doing calisthenics, because calisthenics kind of built the base for me. Doing pike push-ups had my shoulders, you know, strong. My back was super strong from just doing pull-ups and dips. My biceps were strong. So I was 148 pounds, deadlifting 375. And I mean, me personally, I was trying to challenge myself to go heavier. My goal, I'm trying to hit 415 or 405. I'm like, man, let me try to get 405 on there.
Become a challenge.
So I'm pulling that 375. Like, no, this needs to be 405. So,
oh, bro.
But then when you got people bigger than you coming up to you, like, bro, you strong. Like, how much you weigh? I'm 148. I'm talking about, dude, look, he 3 times his left arm my size. Talking about you strong. I'm like, I must be doing something then, you know?
Yeah.
I'm squatting a lot more weight than I could on average. Like I never been able to squat a lot of weight. I wasn't even squatting a lot of weight at 148, but for 148, I feel like me being able to do 315 was crazy, you know? even though I hurt my knee doing that 315, it's the fact that I actually got that rep out, you know, at 315 at 148 pounds. So I seen how far calisthenics took my body weight, because there was a period when I got sick and I lost my weight, threw up like 10 pounds from food poisoning, and I just never returned to the gym the same. And then I eventually just, you know, I calmed down on the gym work because I hurt my knee lifting. When I came back expecting to be lifting how I was lifting, I was like 140. I tried to pick up 275. That 275 ain't come off the ground. I dropped 8 pounds because I got up to 155. When I was deadlifting at 375, I was 148, but I was still lifting that consistently when I hit 155. Then I threw up that 10 pounds. Then I tried to lift just 275 regularly at 140 after not being in the gym for I don't know how long. Didn't budge. I dropped, but from 155 to 140, I couldn't pick up 275, and that's 100 pounds less. You feel me? Than what I was pulling at 8 pounds higher. You gotta stay consistent. So the consistency, the discipline, and just understanding that body resistance will push you further or advance you further.